Hello everyone, welcome to the Autoimmune Dietitian YouTube channel. My name is Annie. I'm a registered dietitian and I work with people struggling with autoimmune diseases. In my work with my clients, I help them use both food and lifestyle as a way to improve their conditions and hopefully get them feeling better again. So iron is a very essential mineral for your body. It helps us breathe, it creates energy, and supports our immune system. However, deficiencies can be common in both women and those with autoimmune diseases. So today I'll cover what iron is, what it does, why it's impacted by autoimmune diseases, and what a deficiency looks like, and how to boost your iron stores with food. Before I jump in, I just need to attach my usual disclaimer to this video that the information in today's talk is not the substitute for the diagnosis, treatment, or care of disease by a medical provider. This is for informational purposes only. Please consult your qualified health professional for any changes you make to your medical care. All right, so what is iron? Iron is an essential trace mineral that helps oxygenate our bodies and supports our immune system. This mineral is both a main component of hemoglobin, a red blood cell protein that transfers oxygen to our lungs and tissues, and myoglobin, a protein that provides oxygen to the muscle. Iron is also needed for energy metabolism, for cell growth and replication, and for the production and functioning of immune cells. So what is the connection between iron and inflammation and autoimmune diseases? Well, chronic inflammation can impact iron absorption, which is why iron and ferritin levels are typically low in people with autoimmune diseases. Here's why. When inflammation is present, the liver overproduces a hormone called hepcidin. This hormone increases iron retention and lowers circulating iron in the body, which can trigger a deficiency. Also, issues with the gastrointestinal tract, which includes inflammation, dysbiosis, and leaky gut, impacts nutrient absorption. Since all three of these conditions are common within the autoimmune population, iron malabsorption can be a big issue. And lastly, since the immune cells use iron in a variety of different reactions, an overactive immune system may be overusing iron and thus depleting iron stores. So what does an iron deficiency look like? Well, iron deficiencies are one of the most complicated deficiencies to diagnose. There are also varying degrees of iron deficiencies. So a mild to moderate iron deficiency is characterized by a decline in stored iron. So this is typically seen with a decline in ferritin, which reflects your body's amount of stored iron. A more moderate iron deficiency shows up as both a decline in ferritin and transferrin saturation, which measures a percentage of transferrin, which is a protein that carries iron, that is saturated with iron. So in other words, it measures the amount of iron that your body can use. Signs and symptoms of a mild to moderate iron deficiency include pica, which is eating non-food items like chalk, dirt, and baking soda, burning sensation on the tongue or mouth sores, and then also fatigue. So severe iron deficiency, or what we call iron deficiency anemia, or just anemia, occurs when there is a drop in red blood cells, hemoglobin, and hematocrit, which is the percentage of blood volume that is made up of red blood cells. So on your CBC panel, that is where your doctors will track your red blood cells, your hemoglobin, and your hematocrit. So those are things to watch out for when you get your lab values back. Anemia manifests as severe fatigue, weakness, difficulty concentrating, impaired cognitive function, and impaired immune system. So it's really important to keep track of your iron stores and be sure to get a full iron panel at least once a year. Most doctors just check ferritin, which is fine. You also want to watch your ferritin levels, which tells you how much iron is stored in the body. And low levels of ferritin may indicate an iron deficiency. But because it's so complicated to diagnose this, it's important to at least once a year get the full iron panel. The other thing that complicates things is that when inflammation is present, ferritin can sometimes be elevated. So the combination of inflammation with mild to moderate iron deficiency can be really tricky to diagnose. In addition, iron deficiency usually comes with other nutrient deficiencies, making the diagnosis even more complicated because some of those other nutrient deficiencies may also look like an iron deficiency. So again, super important to get very thorough lab testing and to tell your doctor all the symptoms that you're experiencing. So what about nutrition for iron? Well, the most bioavailable form of iron is found in animal products, lean meats, shellfish, seafood, and poultry. The iron in animal products is called heme iron, and it is readily absorbed by your body. Non-heme iron, on the other hand, is found in plants. And the best sources of plant-based iron include things like beans, lentils, tofu, fortified cereals, and leafy greens. Plant-based iron is better absorbed when paired with vitamin C. Again, plant-based iron isn't as absorbed as readily as heme iron. So if you eat meat, eat animal products, you really want to focus on getting animal products that are rich in iron to boost your iron levels if they are low. If you are a vegetarian, you have to be very careful about making sure that you are getting enough iron in the non-heme form and also combining it with vitamin C. If a supplement is needed, most come in the form of ferrous sulfate. However, ferrous sulfate can be constipating for some people and cause gastrointestinal issues. Iron bisglycinate or iron fumarate may be a better choice for minimizing gastrointestinal discomforts. And it's also a good idea to take your supplements with a vitamin C source like orange juice to boost absorption. So that is all that I have. Today we focused on iron, what it is, the connection between inflammation and autoimmune disease, what a deficiency looks like, and then how to get your iron from food and or supplements. So if you would like more help managing your micronutrients, your iron, you're just looking to reduce inflammation, I would love to chat with you. I offer free 15-minute discovery calls to learn about your goals and to see if we are a good fit for each other. So if you go to my YouTube profile, there is a link to that goes to my booking page for the discovery calls. So you can click on that and book a call with me. While you're there, you also have a link to my website. On my website, I've got lots of great materials. I have a very extensive blog. I have some free downloadable guides that you might find helpful. There's also a link to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, which comes out every Thursday morning to your inbox. And lastly, if you do not follow me on YouTube, please hit the little subscribe button. I do try to put these videos out about every week, always trying to give you lots of information to live better and happier with your autoimmune disease. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.